Welcome back to the Stephen Sulley study. So I'm well over my 100 episodes now, and I'm really looking forward to the next coming months because lockdown, even though we used it as a benefit and as a tool for us, because we always find opportunities even in adversity, it's nice to think that I can actually travel to go and see some guests, or they can come to me rather than doing it over Zoom. Even though Zoom is pretty good to do the interviews and to have chats. I interviewed Skip over Zoom and it came out really well. But I prefer to do it face to face. So over the next coming weeks and months, I'm definitely going to be interviewing some very cool people. And some of the people I like to interview is athletes. I believe that athletes have that mindset of the will to win, and no matter, even if things are stacked against them, they always seem to find a way to either win or certainly to pursue their goal, even if it's going to cost them pain and a small level of anxiety or fear or whatever it may be. They seem to push themselves, and I feel that if you can learn from these people and get inspired from them, you can transfer it into your own life. So this actually brings me on to part of the reason why I'm going to make this particular episode. This episode is on, let's call it Objection and Rejection. When I was younger, believe this or not, I wasn't very, let's say, strong when it came down to nicking a bird, pulling birds. In actual fact, my record is terrible. Thankfully now, I'm very happy. I've got a partner, and me and my missus, we have a baby boy called Mason, and I couldn't be more sort of fulfilled with that. And it's great. It really is. Everyone's always said to me, wait until you become a father, wait until you've got a family, and it always used to go over my head, but now it's really happened. It's so, if you think you've got determination and drive and a focus, wait until you have a kid. It really does take things to another level. But going back to my point, I was terrible around the birds. Even now thinking back, I was like, I had no game whatsoever, and I'm really happy now because when I'm out, I'm not out there to try and pull a bird or nick a bird or just trying to go back home with somebody. So I feel at ease and feel like kind of relaxed. But recapping on the feelings I used to have, it was like nervousness. I was a bit like edgy. I would probably sweat on my hands, and I just didn't really know how to conduct myself and handle myself. And the reason why I'm telling you this, apart from trying to mug myself off here, is to let you know that feeling also happens in sales and also business. And I've realised that, but the difference is I've kind of honed in on it. And you are going to get in business, and you are going to get in sales, and you are going to get, if you're building an empire or investment portfolio, you're going to get rejection and objections to anything that you're trying to purport, anything you're trying to do, anything you're doing for the first time. It's just part and parcel of it. I am a motorbike rider. I haven't got one anymore, but I've had a few in my life. And I remember a friend of mine, I had an R6, and a friend of mine, I was saying to him, look, I want to learn to do endos, I want to learn to do wheelies, power wheelies. That's like when you're going like 60, 70 miles per hour, and then you sort of suddenly pull back on the throttle, drop again, you sort of power up. And if you can pull them off, you look so fucking cool. You look like an absolute ninja. And every time I saw someone do it, I was like, I really want to do that because it looks so bloody cool. But my friend of mine said, look, if you're going to learn to do it, you can do it. Obviously, you can be taught anything, but you're going to come off. You're definitely going to fall off. And when he said that to me, and it's a little bit like what other people said to me in sales or business, or when it comes down to nicking the bird, you're going to get that rejection. You're going to come off every so often. You're going to hurt yourself. And it's that thought of doing it and becoming embarrassed, which holds a lot of people back. if you just say to yourself, fuck it, it's going to happen anyway, and I'm going to own whatever happens to me, that's the first part. The next part is to still persevere and stick to your plan and to be dedicated towards the vision. So part of this podcast is talk about three elements of rejection and objection in your sales presentation, in life, in business, or whatever else. The first thing, when somebody says no to you, they're not saying no to you as an individual, not saying no to you personally, they're just saying no in that moment. And when you actually get that and stop taking things personally, then you're already winning, because then you can move on to the next. I know this is going to sound cliche and a bit, kind of salesy, but every time you get a no, you're closer to a yes. And it really is that simple, because regardless whether you're good at business or not, good at nicking a bird or not, good at sales or not, every time you do get a no, that's actually really good, because you're closer to a yes. It's a numbers game. The more times you're exposed to somebody or something or business or sales, the closer you are, without a doubt, of getting that yes. And bearing in mind, one yes can turn your business from nothing to something. One yes can turn you from a broke person into, someone who's got a bit of money, and one yes from that next partner of yours, soulmate, can, manifest into something great. Could travel the world with them, have a family with them, grow a business with them, have experiences. And as long as you've got that in the back of your mind, that yes is only around the corner, that should give you the fuel that you need to keep on pushing on. It's the premeditating what's going to come out of someone's mouth or how they're going to respond to you. And 9 times out of 10, people that feel this anxiety or fearfulness, they put in their own minds that it's going to be negative, because they say stuff like, oh, they're probably going to say no, that person's probably going to reject me, or why does this always happen to me? And the way you start speaking about yourself and embodying those kind of things, you actually attract. The law of attraction kicks in, but in a negative way. You need to be upbeat. You need to think to yourself, I will attract the right person. I will attract the right deal. I will attract the right business opportunities, because I'm just that person. And if you keep on saying that sort of stuff, doing your affirmations, training, incantations, just embodying that person, I believe you'll engage the law of attraction and you'll bring into your space some of the best results, okay? The second thing, the reason why sometimes people say no is that you've not educated them enough. You've not given them enough value, basically. A lot of the time when people say no to you, your business idea, investing into you, your company, your product, or just going out with you for a day, it's because you haven't educated them enough about you as a person, what value you're going to bring, the experience, or your goals, your vision, just talking about you a bit more, selling yourself. And I know you're probably thinking, what the fuck is going out on a date or closing somebody? How they similar? They're very similar, because whatever happens in life, nothing does happen without a sale. Not a date, not closing a sale, not a business opportunity. Nothing happens without a close of some kind. So if you are getting slight setbacks, knockbacks, and a little bit of rejection, it's probably because you're not educating people enough about you, your service, product, you as an individual, your characteristics, your wants, your needs, your drives, all that kind of stuff. And I feel that when people start seeing the value in you, and they feel that you're a warm and fucking upbeat person, you come with positivity, I think that really does, that does transfer over to people. And the last thing is, things change. So what I mean by that is people's circumstances change, people's wants and needs change, people's tastes change. And if they've said no to you now, in 6 months' time or 12 months' time, things could change. Listen, 6 months ago, did any one of you right now think we were going to be in lockdown? Did any one of you think that we would be facing this pandemic coronavirus? I certainly didn't. And what this has made me realise is every 6 months, things could be wildly different to how they are now. So if you can have a positive thought, which is whatever they said to you before, now it's a slightly different time, and if you can give them more value, if you can educate them further, and you don't take things personally, that person who said no to you once before could easily be a yes. And remember that one yes can change your life for the better. I think the first point what I said about not taking things personally is so important, because you actually burn more sales because you've got a premeditated response already planned in your head how they're going to respond, and you're going to take it so fucking personally that you're bitter towards everybody, which is, for me, the wrong way to go about things if you want to become a success. So listen, I ain't a guru. I'm not the wealthiest person in the world. I'm not perfect. I'm just giving you some of my things that I've been a little bit worried about in my life, and some of the experiences I've had. And it all started with being knocked back from birds when I was younger. Most of the time I never got knocked back because I was too afraid to go and speak to them in the first place, because I had these premeditated scenarios going around in my head. These feelings don't go away. They're just transferred to other parts of your life. So if you can hit it head on now and overcome it and have a system and a plan in your head and not take things personally, you're definitely gonna get a lot further in life, and certainly a lot further than I did when I was younger. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the podcast. Look out for more great episodes. Please share, comment, review. Good comments, bad comments. I welcome them all. And remember, be happy, never content.